First general-purpose electronic.
Hey, shalom, shalom. Y'all let me know if y'all can hear me. Let's see. They're going. First and foremost, I want to say, call hello, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakah HaKodash. I want to send double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. I want to send much peace, love, and salutations to Yakim out there pushing the word of Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, and sincerity and truth. This is the brother Ariala. This is a World War III really, it's a branch of the World War III algos, but path to the M.O.T.B. And on here, I just want to highlight some of the technology and the moves that are being made by Esau on these particular clips that I'm going to be pulling up. It's going to be talking about the fourth industrial revolution, something that I know Elder Yahshua likes to talk about as well, and something that was basically announced a few years ago by Schwab, that we're coming into a digital age, a fourth industrial revolution, where basically there's a merge between man and technology, and AI will be the governing force of that technology. And we're starting to see, things move very quickly to normalize it, to get you to understand that this is what's going to be happening. And they're bringing more chaos in the world so that you'll be complicit to these different laws and decrees that they're going to be announcing and bringing forth. These wicked decrees, like it talks about, what's that in Isaiah, the 10th chapter. They're getting ready to move quickly. All right. But their ability to do these things, has advanced. Like we told you, they've been able to successfully use Chat GPT, Chat AI to enhance their ability to grab data and get information. And that way that their AI robots and the machine learning capabilities that they have are becoming very, very sophisticated, which that's what they'll need, just like it says here in Daniel 12:4. But thou, O Daniel, shut up the words and seal the book, even to the time of the end. Many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall be increased. And we all know what level Daniel was on, as a prophet and the man of the Lord. Not only that, he was specifically chosen by the Chaldeans because he was basically a royal child that was taught in mathematics, astrology, language, history, everything like that, So all of those things are going to be increased, and we're in that time. But I'm going to play this clip that basically explains the fourth industrial revolution, and then we'll get to the next clips. Okay.
Computers. The third used electronics and information technology to automate production. The third industrial revolution, How Lateral Power is Transforming Energy, the Economy, and the World is a book by Jeremy Rifkin published in 2011. The premise of the book is that fundamental economic change occurs when new communication technologies converge with new energy regimes, mainly renewable electricity. Now the Fourth Industrial Revolution, 4IR. Fourth Industrial Revolution is building on the third, the digital revolution that has been occurring since the middle of the last century.
So they're going to call this either a data revolution or a digital revolution, okay? As everybody's, you see how everybody's right here on their phones. It's just constantly picking up data. Even when you're just sitting in the house, you might not even be on your phone. You might just be talking. But if you have a smart TV, Alexa or whatever is listening to you, and your phone is listening to you as well and collecting data.
It is characterized by a fusion of technologies that is blurring the lines between the physical, digital, and biological spheres. There are three reasons why today's transformations represent not merely a prolongation of the third industrial revolution, but rather the arrival of a fourth and distinct one: velocity, scope, and systems impact. The speed of current breakthroughs has no historical precedent.
Yep. So now with quantum computing, 5G networks, AI, things are moving in a way that people in general historically have not seen. We're about to see some creepy stuff out there, man.
When compared with previous industrial revolutions, the fourth is evolving at an exponential rather than a linear pace. Moreover, it is disrupting almost every industry in every country. And the breadth and depth of these changes herald the transformation.
Almost every industry in every country. It's a ubiquitous change, a worldwide change. That's why when we read in the book of Revelation, the 13th chapter, it's in 16th verse, it says, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. It's going to be a global initiative to be uploaded into this new digital construct, this new digital world construct. Okay.
Transformation of entire systems of production, management, and governance. The fourth industrial revolution, 4IR, characterized by the fusion of the digital, biological, and physical worlds, as well.
Digital, biological, and physical worlds are all going to be combined. All right, you're going to be linked in. We're going to get some clips for that.
Well as the growing utilization of new technologies such as artificial intelligence, cloud computing, robotics, 3D printing, the Internet of Things, and advanced wireless technologies, among others, has ushered in a new era of economic disruption with uncertain socio-economic consequences for Africa. However, Africa has been left behind during the past industrial revolutions. The fourth industrial.
They made sure that Africa is not going to be left behind this time. That's what China's job was to do. China's job was to get Africa caught up. Okay. And to move all the manufacturing that's done in China into the Caribbean, into China, South America, to get so that they can be plugged in. Nobody's getting left behind.
Revolution, finally, will change not only what we do but also who we are. It will affect our identity and all the issues associated with it, our sense of privacy, our notions of ownership, our consumption patterns, the time we devote to work and leisure, and how we develop our careers, cultivate our skills, meet people, and nurture relationships. It is already changing our health and leading to a quantified self, and sooner than we think it may lead to human augmentation. The list is endless because it is bound only.
I know y'all hear this, right?
Only by our imagination. Please subscribe and like Timothy.
No, I'm good. But yeah. So these are the things that we're moving headlong into. It's funny, I see brothers put 2 Thessalonians. I was going to pull that a little bit later, but I'll go ahead and pull it now. And I like that they titled it The Man of Lawlessness. 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 7. It says, for the mystery of iniquity doth already work, only he who now letteth will let until he be taken out of the way. And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming, even him whose coming is after the working of Satan, with all power and signs and lying wonders, and with all deceivableness and of unrighteousness in them that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth, that they might be saved. And I was watching this little thing between Joe Rogan and Cat Williams. And basically, when you watch it, there's a part where Joe Rogan is like, man, this has got to be something evil. You know what I'm saying? He's basically, admitting to himself like, man, there's got to be some type of evil entity that's got this happening in the planet Earth, And when you understand it, like we do, we know exactly what it is, alluding back to what we're reading here, and in 2 Thessalonians, the 2nd chapter. Now, I'm not going to actually use this clip. Let me see. I'm going to use a different clip. I want to use the one Atazaria had a clip that was from Jason A. That's who it was from. And it was a good one. It was better than this one. Pull it up. Yeah, this one right here. Last time
honestly, my mind is blown. I know this was coming, but actually when you read it first thing in the morning, or you see it on
take two clips from this. And you know, I know all the brothers know about Jason A. Most brothers are subscribed to his page because he puts out pretty good content. Let me skip here. Go to it. It's pretty good. Some pretty good conversations that was in this. I mean, they don't have it. You know what I mean? But we can utilize the conversation that they have to actually bring out the truth. You know.
And we're slowly getting connected to that oracle, slowly getting sucked into that black hole.
So tech billionaire Elon Musk is saying his Neuralink company has successfully implanted one of its wireless brain chips in a human.
Elon Musk's brain science company has implanted a device into a human for the first time.
Several rival companies have already implanted what are known.
Now, this is being reported. You know that they probably already done this way before. It's just now being told to people. Okay, so if it's just now being told to people, it's been happening. It's like, you know, they let it. He just now put the chip in somebody's brain. No, they've been doing that.
Known as brain-computer interface systems in humans after tests were carried out initially on monkeys. Mr. Musk says the product has been given the name telepathy, and the plan is for it to enable control of a phone, computer, or almost any linked device just by thinking about them.
It has the effect that wirelessly it can send a signal to an app that can interpret a person's intentions. It sounds very futuristic,
but what you're giving up is your data, which is extremely valuable.
Boom. Yeah. And so Joe Rogan makes an excellent point right here. And this is why it's called the fourth, industrial revolution, because they want to control. Whoever controls data is going to control this world. In the previous industrial revolution, if you can control oil and gas and how things are moved about, then you control the world. And now there's going to be a fight for data. That's what the battle is going to be.
So they're giving you something. You can now use Google, but now they have all your data, and they're just a big net that mines data. And because of that, they become one of the most powerful entities that's ever existed on Earth.
The FDA approved Neuralink for human tests last May after years of testing on animals.
Here's one electrode on one thread that when we stimulate causes a flexion movement of the leg.
The company demonstrated the ability of its implants to stimulate movement.
As you can see, Pager is amazingly good at mind pong,
allowing a monkey to play a video game.
And what better reward for a monkey than a banana?
Mm-hmm. I guess who regulates it is then because
than a banana. Yeah, so that's what all the people on Earth are to these demons. They're just monkeys in the lab. We're just monkeys in the lab to these people. Meant to be controlled, meant to be, ruled over, And so with this data mining entities that they're doing, they want to be able to encapsulate and take everything. All right. And they're moving forward with this thing fast. It's not a slow process. This now is picked up tremendous amounts of steam. And that's what we close. We are very close, Akian, to the M.O.T.B. We're extremely close. Okay. So to this prophecy really being pushed out in the world, and Lord willing, us getting the hell up out of here. It's not a game. Okay. You have to know that. I want to skip to another part of this before I stop real quick.
It comes in and says, I'm going to make it easier for you, but I'm going to need certain requirements of you. I'm going to need you to have a digital ID. That digital ID will be attached to a social credit score. And we're going to give you universal basic income. You no longer have to worry about food or shelter. You'll be taken care of. And now you can pursue your dreams.
Is this the mark of the beast you're speaking of, sir?
I think it is.
Right. That's the whole thing. Is it's never been difficult at any point in history. Like we got a dude right now that's telling you front and center that I put a computer in somebody's head, guys.
Right.
Imagine the joy.
But who told you first? You know? Who told you first, man? Great Millstone has been telling everybody this is what they're looking to do. That's why the scripture says in their right hand or in their foreheads. Okay? To control everything. They're going to control all industry. And it's highlighted in the scripture by being able to buy and sell, which is at the forefront of how kingdoms work, from the biggest down to the least. I like that scripture, GMS desire to sincere milk the water. Ecclesiastes 7:29. Lo, this only have I found, that the Most High have made man upright, but they have sought out many inventions and things that are antagonistic to the process that the Most High wanted to set up. Scriptures talk about that serpent being more cunning than any other beast in the field. So he set about and put a spirit of mischief in the earth, which led to our fall. And now look at look at Esau, who was completely enamored and enthralled and imbued with the spiritual demon Satan, man. He's just compelled to take and destroy. He ain't gonna stop. Okay?
Joy of connecting with your loved ones, browsing the web, or even playing games using only your thoughts.
For decades, scientists have worked on similar ideas for brain-computer interfaces. But for many, a microchip in the brain feels like something out of a movie. Like 2015's Kingsman: The Secret Service, where Samuel L.
You know this is going to go get completely out of hand. I mean, even on the comment boards, when you have trolls, you know how annoying that is? Imagine someone being able to hack into these things and troll you in your head. And I know there's a movie that came out. I wish Yatta was on the page. There was a movie that came out where basically it was an AI in your head trolling you. Esau's just going to be trolling the whole world, man. We was gangs. We was gangs. Kill yourself, nigga. You know, just trolling you. You know, just trolling the whole world, bro. Just doing too much.
Jackson plays an eccentric billionaire who tries to control the world using neural implants.
Mankind is the virus, and I'm the cure.
As science fiction gets closer to reality, Musk is hoping a groundbreaking experimental device can help transform everyday lives.
So many questions.
Yeah.
So many questions. Just the beginning. Emily, thank you.
Thanks, Em.
All right, let's turn to Mr. Roker. He's got to check in the forecast.
All
Hello.
right. Oh, hold on. That's your implant?
I've got a fax coming in.
It's always goofy niggas, man. Shut up.
Saw it coming. Saw it coming.
If you're running corporations and you're making billions of dollars, you're going to get bored. What's the ultimate game?
Yeah, the movie Implanted, the water, Implanted, man. Well, basically, AI was in that movie trolling like a mug inside. I think it was a woman's head. You know? We literally are in that time where they literally just announced, like Cat Williams said, a man just told you, I put a computer in somebody's head, and I want you to get one too. Now, you know, they're not playing.
The ultimate game is to run the whole world. You know what the ultimate game is, Cat?
And the list is
boom. The ultimate game is to run the whole world. You know, insatiable thirst. You know, Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 3. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him. All right? It's not upright in him. But the just shall live by his faith. Yea, also because he transgresseth by wine. He is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell and is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. This is what he's compelled to do. This is his pleasure. He wants everything. Okay? So we're at war with this entity. The righteous are at war with them. Okay? We're close, man. We're very, very close to some serious stuff going down.
Is now getting longer as every Chinese citizen is being assigned a social credit score, a fluctuating rating based on a range of behaviors.
In several big cities in China, including here in Shanghai, the government is even tracking jaywalkers. Cameras record them going through intersections, zero in on their face, and then publicly shame them on nearby video screens.
And few here are willing to criticize.
And publicly shame them on video, trolling you. Hey, don't do that. You don't hands on. With your imagine your gook face, you walking down, minding your business, little cat with rice. And you do something wrong, you jaywalk, and then they just start plastering you in your face everywhere, talking about you. And everybody starts looking at you. Eyes go from squinty to being wide. You turn into a Gadite. It's just like, what the hell? Esau gonna troll the whole earth with the M.O.T.B, man. But the Most High is not gonna let him win, okay?
It, something that may pose a risk itself for a bad score and the life that comes with it. Janice Mackey for NBC News, Beijing.
Like the mark of the beast thing that we were talking about earlier. If that is not, I think if you had to tell a story for so many years, before anybody ever even figured out how to write it down, and you're telling a story about a civilization that allowed people to put brain implants in them, and then all of a sudden the brain implants were hijacked by machines, and people became just meat zombies controlled by corporations. That would be the mark of the beast. That would be a demonic thing. If a demon,
and that's why we said when you read in here 2 Thessalonians 2:8, and then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming, even him whose coming is after the working of Satan. Okay? With all power and signs and lying wonders.
Tricked human beings into wearing a hat that turned you into a zombie. That demon would be like a famous character in books and folklore. But that demon exists, and it's just technology. It just shows itself through this desire for the newest, latest innovations that are going to constantly fuel it becoming more.
No, there's actual the seed of the wicked, the third part of men. What's that? Somebody can get that scripture. You want to say it's in Revelation, the third part of men. What scripture is that? They're the sons of the wicked, man. When you read in the book of Genesis, it says that the seed of the serpent was going to have enmity against the seed of the woman. There's actually going to be a group of people who are moved by the spiritual demon Satan and be compelled. Their coming is after the working of Satan. Okay? It is what it is. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. And we're seeing it. We're seeing it happen on earth today. It's heavy. Let me get some of what brother's putting up here. Let me see. Yeah, that's it. The water. The sons of the wicked and the fourth angels were loose and were prepared for an hour and a day and a month and a year for to slay the third part of men. Okay? These people are set up to bring nothing but chaos on the earth. Yeah, the Apostle Ramlab did a lesson earlier today that was talking about confusion. All right? This is what's set to come. Ain't no getting out of it. Soldier of Yahweh, Yahweh Shah, Shalom Mark. It says Ezekiel 12:22, Son of man, what is that proverb that ye have in the land of Israel, saying the days are prolonged and every vision faileth? Tell them, therefore, thus saith the Lord power, I will make this proverb cease, and they shall no more use it as a proverb in Israel, but say it to them, the days are at hand, It says the days are at hand and the effect of every vision. Okay, these things are are rolling right along. Okay, they're rolling right along. Ain't no getting around it. Okay, ain't no getting around it. This is what they want to do. The water, GMS contrition is key. Shalom Mak. Revelation 9 and 18. By these three was the third part of men killed by the fire and by the smoke and by the brimstone which issue out of their mouths. That's right. That's right. Going into the sons of the wicked being wiped out, man, being destroyed. Their crafty counsel is gonna come to naught. Salvation of the elect. He upsets the plans of cunning people and the traps of the wise in their own schemes, so that nothing they do succeeds. Right. So they think they're gonna be able to come and complete this demonic mission, but it's gonna fail. It's gonna fail miserably too. And that's why we're not worried about when we hear this thing. We report on it and refer back to the prophecies in the scriptures. All right. Now I want to go to this one with Whitney Webb. Brothers have been listening to her a little bit more. Let me see where I want to start with this one. Oh yeah, real quick. I was listening to this one on fast speed, so I'm hoping I clipped it the right way.
Let's get right into the video with Whitney Webb as she gives her prediction for what's coming in the days and weeks ahead.
Well, now we've basically been taken over by corporations, and now the business of the businesses of the world is our business. You know, I'm paraphrasing, but that's what he said. You know,
I like to think it's
I mean, the UN's not your friend, guys. What we have right now is them literally tokenizing all their existing rackets to move it into this new like fourth industrial revolution paradigm. That's literally what is happening across the board, and people just like don't recognize it, and they're cloaking it in all this stuff, like specifically with like SDGs and Agenda 2030. It's like, this will make a better world, and then you actually like look at it and it's like, this is insane. Why are all bankers in charge of this? I hate it so much. But I mean, you go back into like the UN, like the UN Secretary General Kofi Annan, like at the end of the 90s was like, yeah, so you know how we used to be at least viewed as like the public sector, you know, all the public sectors of the world all coming together to like democratically vote on stuff. There's so much I could say. Anyway, I could literally go on for hours and be like, here's an example of why you should never trust the bankers, and still there's going to be that handful of people with the hashtag Jerome Powell is my pal and Jamie Dimon is my knight in shining armor, and I sometimes you just can't reach people, dude, you know? In order to create this space where they want to like push people into this new system, there's going to be chaos and there's going to be instability, and so the comfort and convenience that keeps people asleep will be
and they got everybody into a place of decadence. That's why the scriptures talk about in Revelation 18 chapter that they live deliciously, or the other scripture talks about the unwalled villages. They basically, people just live without care, no worries. All right. And then all of a sudden, what we're going to start to see is what? 2nd Ezra, the 15th chapter. All right. Pestilence, famine, rioting and war, cyber attacks, okay, tumults, grid lockdowns, power and electrical systems being hacked, right? Banking systems not working. And that chaos is going to lead to them just basically turning the machine on that's already ready to go. Okay? Order out of chaos.
Disrupted. What people do in that point in time is the most critical about this whole thing, about how it plays out. Seriously, like that is the most important window. And again, that is why it's so important to be local.
Okay. So, you know, these Edomites think they're going to come together and fight against the beast, you know, in their carnal means, and they're all going to get wiped out, you know. If we just come together and no, that's not what's going to happen. The prophecy is what's going to happen. All right. They want to move forward with this thing, and they're going to do it.
but everything you read and consume, every site you visit. And they plan to pass all of that through AI to determine if you're online. But everything you read,
Wait a minute.
ID is going to be tied. They're going to put AI in charge of like literally all content. Your ID is going to be tied to not just everything you post online, but everything you.
And this goes into what we always warn people about as far as the famine of the word, because they're going to make a man an offender for the word. All right. Everything's going to be tracked and traced. You try to type in Yahweh Bashim Yahweh, your screen might turn red. Okay.
Read and consume every site you visit. And they plan to pass all of that through AI to determine if you're a threat to the system or not. This is all like predictive policing. All of this stuff is built into this system. Specifically in the US, the Biden administration already has the policy framework developed. They've had it since, they first came into power in 2021.
Webb warns against the
end. They've had it before then. These things were being written all the way back in the 80s and 90s. Okay? And it got accelerated during the time of 2001 with the war on terrorism. And that's when Wall Street went digital. Okay? Since then, it always takes time for things to go from Wall Street to Main Street. And it's just been a slow grind. Well, not even a slow grind. It's actually been ridiculously fast of digitizing the whole world. Okay? Because it's the world. The world is massive. It takes time. Okay? It takes time. But now they're moving forward at an accelerated pace. At an accelerated pace. Yeah, the water. The water. Jeremiah 49:31. Arise, get you up unto the wealthy nation that dwelleth without care, saith the Lord, which have neither gates nor bars, which dwell alone. So they're gonna catch every day Joe Blows 6-pack Americans with their pants down, so to speak, and bring massive chaos and usher them and try to usher them into the M.O.T.B. And it's happening quickly. Salvation of the elect, Revelation 12:12. Therefore rejoice, O heavens, and you who live in the heavens rejoice. But terror will come on the earth and the sea, for the devil has come down to you in great anger, knowing that he has a little. Let's see, brother. Let me see. Yeah, knowing that he has little time. Yep, they're moving. Okay, and it's interesting to watch them move forward with this.
Entry of powerful financial institutions like BlackRock, Whitney emphasizes.
Okay, let's skip ahead back to her commentary. Right here.
Shape narratives online on social media. And think about how ChatGPT has just like boosted that kind of stuff. The whole plan is to not have anyone know what's real or fake anymore. And AI is being used for that. It's like overtly admitted to in this book that Henry Kissinger and the former Google CEO Eric Schmidt wrote together. It's explicitly about that. And then having us be so dependent on AI technology, specifically generative AI, that we become cognitively diminished and we can't even.
Meaning you're not thinking for yourself so much that you know how you used to remember all the phone numbers in your of people you knew, but once you had a cell phone, now you can't remember nothing. People used to know how to travel within their city, but since now you have Google Maps, people don't even know how to go to their local grocery store without typing it into their phone. All right, that's part of your cognitive abilities being diminished. Well, AI has been ready to basically infiltrate, I think they said over 85% of industries. Okay, and we already see what's happening in the music industry and with movies. You know, you'd be like, "Oh, was that AI or was that the actual musician?" We don't even know anymore. AI is basically taking over everything. All right, and it's to the point to where they can create fake narratives. They can make it a fake Israelite group and have them do something online, and it's all just made up. They'll be able to control the narrative and push all types of manner of propaganda, setting things up for more chaos. These are the things that are that are being rolled out. Okay.
Right anymore. We can't communicate without AI, and then we can't perceive reality, what's real or not, without AI telling us. And that's this whole gambit here with like.
That's why, you know, even when brothers be sending TikToks and everything like that, I'm like, hey man, you gotta double and triple check information sometimes, because it be fake. Like the video, the robot boxing. It's like, is that even real? You know?
Like censorship going on right now, that we're, you know, AI is going to be in charge, not just of saying deciding what content you can see, but it's also going to be producing the bulk of the content. Humans won't be anymore, and that's already happening, guys. So the best way to deal with that is to spend a lot more time in the real world talking to real people, because like what you see on Twitter and all of this stuff is like more insane. It's going to be more insane than it is now. Right now, it's more insane than it's ever been before. And that's only going to continue escalating, because it's just it's going to be nuts, you know?
Yeah.
And we have to focus on building other things, not focusing on all these distractions and psyops that are constantly going to be online. And, you know, another aspect of this, like remember in 2016 when like Hillary.
Yeah, man. So we'll live in a time that has never been seen, like it talks about here in Daniel. Daniel 12:1, at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince shall, which standeth for the children of thy people, and there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation even to that same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, every one that shall be found written in the book. We're going to have a time of trouble coming upon us, man. And they're going to be using all these technologies to form you know, an attack on the elect, on the hopeful elect, for sure. Like we read about in 2nd Ezra, the 16th chapter, when you get down there to the end, around the 70th verse. This is what we're looking at. Okay? We're looking at them moving forward with this M.O.T.B. And we're right there, man. We are right there. You know? And so we're going to have to be smart about this thing. That's why it says, wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy time and strength of thy salvation. Okay? It's a big deal. I think I had one more clip. Play it.
Way. It's like a matter of record. It was like 10 years ago. They still do that stuff all the time.
Totally.
So like if you're not looking at social media as like a war zone, you need to. Otherwise, you are very susceptible to all of this stuff. Eric Schmidt.
He said, if you're not looking at social media as a war zone, it's a spiritual war that's going on, man. What's it? It's a spiritual war. All right? 2 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 3 says, for though we walk in the flesh, we do not war after the flesh, for the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through the Most High to the pulling down of strongholds. Strongholds on what? Spiritual strongholds. Strongholds on your mind. Casting down imaginations and every high thing that exalted itself against the knowledge of the Most High, and bringing into captivity every thought to the obedience of Hamashiach Yahushua. Right? Having in a readiness to revenge all disobedience when your obedience is fulfilled. We're literally in a war. This data war is going to be a war for your attention, a war for your beliefs, a war, you know, a war for your sentiment. And that's what the whole taking that mark represents. It represents ultimate disobedience against Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, and bowing down to Satan, and bowing down to the spiritual demon Satan, man, to that left-hand power, which is going to be destroyed and rooted out of the earth at that time. So where do you stand?
Right, who basically runs like AI national security policy for the US too, and is like funding all this science and technology policy stuff. Basically, key officials in that of the Biden administration are being paid, their salaries are being paid by Eric Schmidt. It's like super illegal, and Politico reported on it and like nothing was done. They were like, well, I see you found out, and that is that. That guy has an insane amount of power. He was just on a podcast talking about what needs to be done about misinformation. And he was saying, we need to get everyone's ID tied to social media. And then when people post misinformation, report them to law enforcement.
Boom.
Do we need another Occupy Wall Street?
This is what we got going on, man. All right. So they're showing you that they want to chip you. They want to chip your brain. They want to chip your hand. They want to put you into this new, climate finance, ESG, government controlled, digital web. It's right there. It's right there. So, that's all I wanted to pull out here, man. Brothers remain vigilant, man. I thought those were some good clips that highlight the path to M.O.T.B. The Waterfall posting the scriptures on the comment boards. For those of you that are new, please go to the comment board and write down those scriptures. Study them. That, man, I'm going to say, Call Halal Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shah, Bahashim, Rakah Kodash. Double honors once again to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Much peace, love, and salutations to Yakim out there pushing the glory of Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shah, in sincerity and truth. Shalom.